I know it's been a while. Please forgive me. If you've been here a while, you already know I'm not consistent with uploading. I kind of do it when I feel like it. And also, like, I'm a college student life, so I'm so sorry. And I'm extra sorry because a few months ago, somebody actually posted a comment saying like they wanted me to post more and they really liked my videos. And thank you. And to that person, if you're watching this, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I literally said back, oh yeah, I'm gonna upload one soon, and I did not. I had it planned and I did not, and I am so sorry. So please forgive me. But anyways, so for today's video, I want to do something different, and I am going to be telling scary stories. Ooh, scary stories. Yay. I don't know. Maybe if you guys like this type of video, this could be something new on my channel, so let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so I'm gonna be telling some scary stories today. I have maybe 3 or 4. We'll see how this goes, but at least 3, maybe 4. And for the record, I am pretty sure most of these, like all these stories are like creepypasta type of stories. So like if you get scared easily, they're not real, I don't think, so you should be all right. But let's get started. So the first story is called The Licked Hand. A beautiful young girl is left home alone with only her dog to protect her. On the news that night, they announced there is a serial killer on the loose in the area. Before she goes to bed, she locks all the doors and tries to lock all the windows, but the one in the basement won't lock. She decides to leave it unlocked, but she locks the basement door and goes to bed. Her dog takes its customary place under her bed. In the deep of night, she awakens to a dripping sound coming from her bathroom. Half awake, the girl feels the comforting lick from her dog and falls back to sleep. She reawakens to the dripping sound, reaches her hand down to the dog where she feels the reassuring lick and falls back asleep. Once more, she awakens to the dripping sound. She reaches her hand down and feels the lick of her dog. Now, curious about the dripping sound, she gets up and slowly walks toward the bathroom. The dripping sound gets louder as she approaches. She reaches the bathroom and turns on the light. She is greeted by a horrific sight. Hanging from the shower nozzle is her dog with its throat slit open and its blood dripping into the bathtub. Something on the bathroom mirror catches her eye. She turns around. Written on the wall in her dog's blood are the words, "Humans can lick too." Ooh, scary. I don't know. I should probably have a better reaction. Poor dog. Poor dog. Rip to the dog. Alright, I know I shouldn't be laughing. Rip to the dog, though. Okay, so, the next story is called Keyhole. A man went to a hotel and walked up to the front desk to check in. The woman at the desk gave him his key and told him that on the way to his room, there was a door with no number that was locked and no one was allowed in there. Especially, no one should look inside the room under any circumstances. So he followed the instructions of the woman at the front desk, going straight to his room and going to bed. The next night, his curiosity would not leave him alone about the room with no number on the door. He walked down the hall to the door and tried the handle. Sure enough, it was locked. He bent down through the wide keyhole. Cold air passed through it, chilling his eye. What he saw was a hotel bedroom, like his, and in the corner was a woman whose skin was completely white. She was leaning her head against the wall, facing away from the door. He stared in confusion for a while. He almost knocked on the door out of curiosity, but decided not to. He crept away from the door and walked back to his room. The next day, he returned to the door and looked through the keyhole. This time, all he saw was red. He couldn't make anything out besides a distinct red color. Perhaps the inhabitants of the room knew he was spying the night before and had blocked the keyhole with something red. At this point, he decided to consult with the woman at the front desk for more information. She sighed and said, "Did you look through the keyhole?" The man told her that he had, and she said, "Well, I might as well tell you the story. A long time ago, a man murdered his wife in that room, and her ghost haunts it. But these people were not ordinary people. They were white all over, except for their eyes, which were red." Ooh, chills. That one I remember reading a long time ago, and I was like, ah! It's like, no, never looking through a keyhole. But, ugh. Okay, so the next one is called Aren't You... Oh, wait, pause. Quick thing. Never tell people, like, not to do things, you know? Like, I'm sure that man would not have noticed that door. Or, like, you know, until the woman said something. Because me, if somebody tells me, oh, don't do that. It's like, oh, don't look through the peephole. Yeah, I probably would have, too. Anyways, next story. Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light? Two dorm mates in college were in the same science class. The teacher had just reminded them about the midterm the next day when one dorm mate, let's call her Julie, got asked to this big bash by the hottest guy in school. The other dorm mate, Meg, had pretty much no interest in going, and being a diligent student, she took notes on what the midterm was about. After the entire period of flirting with her date, Julie was totally unprepared for her test, while Meg was completely prepared for a major study date with her books. At the end of the day, Julie spent hours getting ready for the party while Meg started studying. Julie tried to get Meg to go, but she was insistent that she would study to pass the test. The girls were rather close, and Julie didn't like leaving Meg alone to be bored while she was out having a blast. Julie finally gave up, using the excuse that she would cram in homeroom the next day. Julie went to the party and had the time of her life with her date. She headed back to the dorm around 2 a.m. and decided not to wake Meg. She went to bed nervous about the midterm and decided she would wake up early to ask Meg for help. She woke up and went to wake Meg. Meg was lying on her stomach, apparently sound asleep. Julie rolled Meg over to reveal Meg's terrified face. Julie, concerned, turned on the desk lamp. Meg's study stuff was still open and had blood all over it. Meg had been slaughtered. Julie, in horror, fell to the floor and looked up to see, written on the wall in Meg's blood, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the lights?" It's like the first scary story I ever heard as a kid. But that makes me sad. Why did the one that actually was like trying to have a, you know, like actually cared about studying get murdered? Like, really? Not the party girl? On the bright side, she probably can get out of her midterm considering her roommate was murdered. But, okay. So I am going to do one more story. This one was a very popular one on Creepypasta. It's called I Know You're Awake. I've been lying in my room for hours now. It's 5:30 a.m. and there's not much I can do. You know what the worst part of my situation is? I'm in the same room with my parents. They keep looking at me, and I can't help but not to look back and try not to cry or scream. Their eyes are focused on me and their mouths are wide open. There's a strong scent of blood and I feel so paralyzed with fear. Here's the thing. The second I make any hint that I'm not asleep anymore, I'm screwed. I'll die, and there's nobody around to save me. I've been trying to think of a way out, but the only idea I have is to rush for the door, run outside, and scream for help, hoping any neighbors hear me. It's risky, but if I stay here, I'll surely die. He's waiting for me to wake up to see his masterpiece. You're probably wondering what's going on. I do get ahead of myself sometimes. About 3 hours ago, I heard screaming from the other side of the house. I got up and went to check the noise before I realized I had to use the restroom. Instead of doing the smart, noble thing and investigating, I used the bathroom first. I could have gotten myself killed right then for my stupid actions, but I actually did my business and took a peek outside the bathroom. There was blood on the carpet. As any other sane human would do, I bolted back to my room, hiding under my sheets like the scaredy I was. I tried to convince myself to go back to sleep and that this was just some weird, vivid dream or something. But I heard my bedroom door creak open, and like the terrified child I was, I peeked out from under my blankets to see what was going on. I could see something dragging my parents into the room, obviously dead. It was not human, I can tell you that much. It was hairless, with no eyes, and no clothing. It was like a caveman, with its back slouched as it dragged my dead parents. But this thing was smarter than any caveman. It propped my father against the edge of the bed and made him face me. It then sat my mother down in the chair and positioned her towards me as well. Then, it started rubbing its hands along the walls, staining it with blood, drawing a circle with the devil's pentagram in it. This thing had made what it would probably call a masterpiece. To finish it off, it scrambled a message onto the wall that I could not read in the darkness. It then positions itself under my bed, waiting to strike. The scariest thing is now, my eyes have adjusted to the darkness, and since then, I can read the message on the wall. I don't want to look at it because it's terrifying to think about, but I feel I need to see it before I'm killed. I peek at the creature's masterpiece. I know you're awake. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, if I heard screaming in my house, I would not run back to my bedroom. I would probably like immediately run to the noise. And if I, for some reason, went to the bathroom first and I saw blood on the floor, I would run outside and go get help because I am not self-sacrificing. Like, sorry, mom and dad, I am running for help. You know, like, I'm not about to join you guys. Sorry. Not sorry. But yeah, those are my scary stories. Like, oh, not my scary stories. None of these are mine. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're all like creepypastas. So again, if any of them did give you chills or give you nightmares, like, it's okay. They're not real. Or are they? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below which one of those were your favorite. Do you guys want to see me do more videos like this where I tell you guys scary stories? Do you guys have your own scary stories that you want me to read? Because like that would be fun. I would love to hear your guys' scary stories and like make videos reading them. But yeah, what else will I say? Subscribe because we never know when I'm going to make a video. So subscribe. So you know, because we never know. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Check out everything down below. My Instagram, I have a TikTok, I have a website, I have an Etsy shop. Go check out all of that down below because I don't feel like saying it all in this video because nobody even watches the end credits. Anyways, that's all for today. So till next time, bye guys! And just remember, always say goodbye.